Welcome to VidCode's Hour of Code activity, Intro to Programming Through Creativity. Today, you're going to learn about creative coding. And creative coding is a type of computer programming in which the goal is to create something expressive instead of something functional. Like movies. Today, we're going to learn how to tell a movie what to do. In this case, we're going to give the movie a command called play. Now, I bet you can imagine what this is going to make the movie do as a result. So what language are we telling the movie to play in? JavaScript. JavaScript is one of the most common web development languages. And here we're going to show you a piece of creative coding work as an end result. Many artists today use computer programming to create works of art, such as this one. In this case, an animator used computer programming to create a 3D model of a dancer, live recorded it, and then used different advanced graphics programming languages to decide which light was coming from what direction and how it would affect the look. So, going back to JavaScript. JavaScript works with HTML and CSS to make things happen on the web. And what JavaScript really does is make things interactive. So when you press a button on a website, that's oftentimes JavaScript telling the button what to bring up next. So today we're going to focus on telling the movie what to do. What else can we tell a movie to do other than play? Well, we could tell it to pause. This is something we do every day. We tell movies to play and pause. And using JavaScript, you can tell a movie to do that on a web browser, such as Safari. But we're going to go one step further than that today. And we're also going to add effects to the movie. So how might you imagine that happening? Well, we're actually going to draw up in effects what's called an object. And we're going to apply different commands to that object that end up resulting in our effect. We're going to tell it what kind of effect and how much of that effect we want it to have. To do this, we're going to connect it effects dot the type of effect dot the amount of that effect. And then we can tell it how much of that amount we want in a numerical fashion. So, let's see how this looks on VidCode. So on VidCode, you're going to first select a movie that you want to work with. You'll immediately see JavaScript populated in the code editor in the center. Try writing pause. How does that change what your movie was just doing? You can also drag and drop different effects into the code editor. That's going to automatically populate your code editor with the effects code line that we just saw. And here you can start typing in different values and see how that's going to affect your video differently. You can even add different effects or swap them out, remove them, until you have your perfect final result. Alright, let's get started.